So, I watched Creed 3 a couple times in theaters. I watched it day one when it got released in my area, and then I watched it again the next day. And I gotta say, that movie was amazing. Like, it was really freaking good. I really liked that movie. I wanted to make this video because why not? You know, why not? It wouldn't hurt to make a Creed video, you know? And for this movie, I personally say this movie, Creed 3, is the best of the Creed movies. But before I get into that, I got those out there. I'm a big fan of the Rocky movies. I grew up watching the Rocky movies, and my favorite of the Rocky movies is Rocky 4. Okay, so I have a strong bias for Rocky 4, so it was like nothing anybody could tell me about Rocky 4 to make me like it less. Like, that's my favorite one. I said that's the best one. That movie is the best. Like, that's the best of the Rocky movies. But the Creed movies, on the other hand, I really fuck with the Creed movies. They're really good. The first one, it shocked me how good it was, because I was one of those people who were like, man, why you making a Creed movie, bro? Like, what? Why? It's about Rocky. And then when the movie came out, when I watched it, I think I was like a freshman in high school. Yeah, I remember I was a teenager when the movie came out, and I really liked it. It was just, it shocked me how good it was. And then Creed 2, when that movie came out, I watched that movie a bunch of times. I really thought that movie was really good. And then what amped it up to be better in my eyes, because, you know, it tied into my favorite Rocky movie, Rocky 4. So yeah. But the thing is about Creed 3, so as a Creed movie, like scratching off the Rocky stuff, only Creed, this is the best one of the Creed movies. Because for one, it has no tie-ins with the past Rocky movies. It's about the guy whose name is in the title, Creed. It's about the main character, Creed. Cause that's what really, cause like, I really like Creed 1 and Creed 2, but after watching this and thinking about the past two movies, they kind of get overshadowed because they tie in with the Rocky movies. And yeah, like, this is about the character Creed, and that would really make this movie really good and better than the other two. Like for Creed 1, even though they balance it well between Adonis and Rocky, you know, it's still, you know, the tie-ins with Rocky kind of made it not more of a Creed movie, you know. Creed 2, they do the balancing well, but the thing about that movie, since it was tied in with Rocky 4, and that stuff was kind of low-key overshadowing Adonis' shine. Like, I remember, I think it was like a deleted scene or two, I forgot, but I remember seeing a deleted scene of Ivan Drago fighting Rocky Balboa, and I remember I read the comment section of it. I'm going by memory, by the way, but I remember people saying, well, not saying, typing up that they wish this would have happened. It would make the movie even better. And it's like, bruh, it's a Creed movie. Y'all should be hyped for Creed, not no Rocky stuff. This is a Creed movie. You should not be hyped for Rocky. It's a Creed movie. And for Creed 3, it's about Creed. Everything about Creed. And then another reason why this movie is the best of the three, I gotta say it. I have to say it. It has anime influences in the movie. Like, come on now, this movie has Dragon Ball Z and Naruto, and I ain't gonna lie, I've never actually watched it, but I've seen clips of it, like out of context clips of it online. It's like a boxing anime. I'll probably throw a screenshot of the boxing anime, I think it is, on screen when I'm editing the video. But this movie has anime influences in it, and I'm not like the biggest like anime fan, because as you already know, I didn't watch that boxing anime. It just takes a lot for me to watch a new anime. That's pretty much it. But I watched a good number of animes, and the fight scenes had some cool stuff. Like, it's just like the final fight between Adonis and Damien was so creative, and it was very impactful, and it was just really freaking good, because like this movie story has a fight, and the fight has a story. It's kind of cool. So what I mean by that is that, okay, so as Adonis and Damien are fighting, right, everything disappears. Like, the crowd disappears, the cheering and noise disappears, the music goes silent. Only thing you see is Damien and Adonis in the ring, and they're fighting. It's only focused on them. And as they are fighting, right, you get to see their life displayed towards you. Like as Damien is punching Adonis, you see what Damien went through, which is jail. And then when Adonis is fighting Damien, like punching him and stuff, you see what he went through was child abuse and stuff. And overall, you just see, you can feel how they are feeling as they are punching each other. That's what made that fight really freaking cool and creative. Because like in most movies, they like explain what's happening on the screen, but for this fight, the fight explains everything to us. Like everything you need to know is in the fight. And they never done that before in these movies overall, which gave it the cool points. And it also reminded me of Kakashi versus Obito, or Naruto and Sasuke fighting. Like as they were fighting, you show their flashbacks. They show scenery of how they were as in the past. Like overall, like that fight scene was really cool. And then, in addition, they did the Dragon Ball Z punch each other in the face scene in this movie. Like, come on now, that's really freaking cool right there. And then another reason why this movie's really good, the soundtrack. Like the soundtrack was way better than I anticipated, because even though Rocky wasn't in the movie, I assumed they weren't gonna play his theme song, which they didn't, which was really cool. I got scared that they were only gonna play generic rap music. But the thing is, rap music is like my third favorite genre of music, and I wanted to hear like cool theme songs for the characters, like orchestra, choir, like a instrumental type theme song, like about Adonis. So in Creed 1 and Creed 2, when he had theme song, he was fighting. It was basically the Rocky theme song. It's like, bro, you're not Rocky, you're Creed, man. But this movie, they gave him his own theme song, and it was perfect for him. Cause like for Creed 1 and Creed 2, and including this movie, right? Every time he gets knocked down, he rises up. This movie, not this movie, this song, his theme song for him, is like, when you listen to it, you can feel, you can hear like something, I don't know how to explain it. When it plays, it feels like you're rising up or whatever. I can't really explain it fully, but yeah, his theme song was really good. I mean, other than his theme song, the other soundtracks were good, and the other theme songs of the other characters, like Damien's, was really cool. And another reason why the movie's pretty good, it's kind of funny, but it's like, when you see both sides of the coin of Damien and Adonis, it's like, you can feel for Damien. Like I felt pretty bad for Damien, because when you see both their perspectives, it's like, would it really have been that bad for Damien to lose? I mean, not lose, to win. Like, would it have been that bad for him to win? Because he did technically get hold throughout his whole life. Like, he got hold a whole life he could have had, you know? Because then they showed in the movie he's able to fight and stuff, and he's literally up there with Adonis. They were basically equals until, Adonis, had to get the winning blow and stuff. But it's like, man, this movie was really freaking good. And then another thing about the movie was that Mama Creed's passing. I ain't gonna lie, I almost cried. I ain't gonna lie. But I almost had a tear. I sucked that shit right back up, because I don't like crying when it comes to watching movies. Well, I like crying in general, but when I tell you I look left and right, and then I was listening to my theater, bruh, there was so many people crying. And when I looked left and right, I saw people like wiping their eyes, because her passing was very impactful. What's another reason why this movie's the best one? There's more to it. I don't want to talk for 50 years, but this movie was amazing, man. Like, it's the best of the trilogy, man, or the best of the Creed movies. But as a Rocky movie, it's up there. It's up there. I don't know where to put it. I gotta binge watch the Rocky movies and watch all through the Creed movies to see where Creed 3 is up at. But I gotta say, Creed 3 is up there with the top tier Rocky movies. But as a Creed movie, it's the best one. What else? Yeah, like I said earlier, I just wanted to make this video because why not? It wouldn't hurt to make it. I think that's it. That is it. If you liked what I said, definitely subscribe and share it to whoever you want to share it to, and like the video and stuff. And definitely check out my channel, because I'm currently doing more stuff on my channel other than gameplay. Because I do plan on making more of these, but not like all the time. Because and I didn't really plan on making this video, but I had to make this video. I kept thinking about it, and I wanted to make this video before. I just don't really care to talk about it anymore. And yeah, that's the video. Okay, bye.